Hello, my good people. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Glad and happy to be back here. It's quite some time, but glad that we are all back. Thank you so much for coming back. For those who are new to this place, welcome to Looking at Life with Latez. This is a place that is awesome. It's a place we come teach each other, we come learn, we come enlighten, and we come and share life experiences together. So you're so much welcome. And if you have not yet subscribed, kindly consider subscribing. We are allowed to 1,000 subscribers, and we're looking forward to attaining 1,000 subscribers in the next few months. So if you have not subscribed, kindly consider subscribing. And I've missed you guys. This is a place that feels home because it has become home for the past few months. And I really enjoy at times just coming here, having a discussion or two, talking about an issue or another. And then when we get to meet, at times we like start asking ourselves questions about the discussion we had here, and we have those side chats. And whatever really makes me happy is getting to know that there's someone somewhere who gets some time to watch me, to listen to me, and learn something. That is something that actually keeps me going. And that is the one reason that always makes me come back here to talk of and to discuss a certain issue or another. So I'm really glad, and continue bringing those comments. Continue whenever we meet. Yeah, tell me you watch, and I'm like, it keeps me going. Let's have those two-side discussions. They give me even like thoughts and ideas of maybe what to come and talk about next. So feel free when we meet, when we are having business activities there allowed. Yeah, come with those discussions. Let's talk of something. Yeah, it keeps me going. What's our topic today? What are we here to talk about? And today is another lovely day that we have another very interesting and good discussion. And today we'll be talking about self-confidence. Yes, today we're here to talk about self-confidence. And I don't know whether you have ever missed an opportunity just because you never believed in yourself. I don't know whether there's something you haven't achieved in life just because you didn't believe yourself in a certain given time. I don't know, maybe various failures you've had in life, may it be academically, may it be in life issues, may it be in growing up, in adulthood. Are there things that you have failed in just because you didn't believe in yourself? Personally, do you believe in yourself? Can you stand and say can you stand shoulders high, head high, and say, yes, I believe in myself? Do you see anything positive in you? Or it's people here outside who keep on telling you, do you know you can do this? Do you know you can do this? You yourself, do you believe in yourself? Are there opportunities you have missed just because you believed you can't? Are you the kind of people when in a gathering or in a congregation you are pointed out to do something, you're like, no, let so and so do it. No, let's give the chance to so and so. That even when people see something in you, you yourself, you never see it. Are you that kind of person? I'm just trying to like let ourselves ask ourselves some questions. Is there an interview maybe you failed just because you didn't believe in yourself? Even when the interviewers got to ask you questions, the kind of responses you gave, they showed completely that you don't believe in yourself. Do you know at times, even when you're alone and you believe in yourself, at times the kind of answers you give just because you have confidence, even if they weren't right, in a way they seem to look right. Do you believe in yourself? That is what I'm trying to ask in simple terms. Do you believe in yourself? Do you know the potential you carry? Do you know the abilities you have? Hmm? These are some of the questions that I want we ask ourselves. Do you? Do you know? Do you know there are people who look at you here outside and they admire you? Do you know there are people who look at you and they're like, I wish I was in her position. I wish I was in his position. And I outshine and I just showcase. But you who is in that opportunity, you don't see anything good in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. This is what we talk about. Because I don't want you to miss another opportunity just because you don't believe in yourself. I don't want you to fail another interview just because you don't believe yourself. I don't want people to look down on you just because you don't believe in yourself. Because at times you become whatever people term you, whatever you show them you are. Yes. You know, here outside, at times we'll define you according to how you tell us to define you. If you can't stand out for yourself, we'll always be taking advantage of you. Yeah, that's for fact. Just because we know you can't stand up for yourself, you can't stand up and at times even speak on your own behalf. People will be like doing things on you, you know, people will be like taking advantage of you. They just treat you like I don't know what, but you're never there to speak. You're just there. You don't believe in yourself. You don't like value yourself. You don't know the potential you carry. You don't know like who you should be. You know, there's this thing that we used to say when we were young, and teachers you really used to love this question. Hey, what do you want to become when you grow up? And we could give all sorts of answers. I want to become a doctor. I want to become a surgeon. I want to become an engineer. I want to become, you see, all those kinds of positive things we used to talk about. And I'm trying to imagine the reason why at times we used to like describe the best careers that exist is because we were so positive, and that's what our teachers used to like show us. We should be positive in life. And in growing up, when at times reality gets to check in, we like fail to now believe in ourselves. We feel like all is lost, not because you didn't become that what you aspired to be, just because maybe whatever you looked up to becoming when you were young you didn't become, just because that ideal person that you could have wished maybe when when I'm 20s, I wanted to be this and this. At 25 I wanted to have achieved this and this. At 30 I wanted to have achieved this and this. And maybe now reality is checking in. These are things that you haven't attained, things you are not even close to attaining, and you start to like lacking confidence in yourself. You get to points where you even don't see anything good in you. You no longer believe in yourself just because maybe you didn't attain a certain thing at a certain given time. It doesn't mean that you never attain anything else. Just because maybe you failed in a certain maybe exam or a certain thing somewhere, and maybe that wasn't your expectation, and from there maybe you lost hope in yourself, you no longer believe in yourself, you always see yourself as a failure. No, self-confidence is something that is usually very key. And I want you to like imagine in your mind, do you see that person who maybe in your office, maybe a colleague somewhere, or maybe in your school where you study, or maybe where you live, or maybe a friend that you have who is like ever confident? I want you to try to look at them. How at times when they speak with confidence. When they are asked a question, maybe even your boss asks them a question, how they respond with confidence. Do you admire them? Yes. I know that for a fact it's a yes. You know, there's a certain respect that confidence gives. And as I was saying, at times, even when you're alone, but you're confident, in one way or another, before we get to realize you're alone, just because you are confident in whatever you're saying, we may not realize that maybe you are alone. You know, that's how confidence goes a long way. Get to look at these people who get at times to be promoted, these people who get opportunities here and there. It's those people who believe in themselves. It's those people who have self-confidence. People who have prospered in businesses. It's people who believe in themselves. You know, people who are go-getters. People who are like, even after failing, they believe that it's not yet. I'm capable of more. Uh, uh, Even we used to observe this in school. There are people who are like, it doesn't matter how at times they perform poorly in their exams. They are like, they believe, and it doesn't like change them from, you know, it starts by believing. It starts by what you see yourself as. You know, when I look at myself and I'm like, if it's a business, I can conquer in it. If it's career, I can be the best. If it's family wise, I can be a good wife. If it's a mom, I can be a best mom. Yani, all you see in yourself is positivity. That's where self-confidence starts with. Because it has to start with self. You know, even if everyone else around me looked at me and saw me as confident, and myself personally, I don't believe that I'm confident. And myself as an individual, I never see myself confident. I never feel the confidence in myself. I never stand out to show it. It will not change anything. It has to start with self. That's why I feel it's good we come and look up and we come and look into this issue of self-confidence. And maybe what self-confidence? Self-confidence in an aspect of like believing in yourself, believing in your abilities, in your skills, and trusting yourself. Yes, looking at yourself and you're like, yes, I can. Yes, I can. You know, you better believe in yourself and maybe later not perform, but at least you had the confidence from the word go. Now that's what it's called, self-confidence. Abilities, skills. You look at yourself and you're like, yes, I can. It's a point of having a positive view of yourself. You are positive. Positivity is revolving around you. It's a point of knowing your strengths and knowing your weaknesses. And in life, setting realistic goals. You know, when you know your strengths and you know your weaknesses, in life, you'll always be in a point of you set goals that you know you can attain. Because you know, to this point, I know I'm weak at. To this point, I'm strong at. So you set realistic goals. And one thing when you in life, you train yourself to set realistic goals, you'll never be disappointed with yourself. Because you set things that you know you can attain. And it starts by knowing what you're strong at and what you're weak at. From there, you look up onto things. You set up things that you know in one or another. You can be able to attain them. And by this, you like motivate yourself cause you not find yourself failing, you not find yourself like disappointed because you set things that you knew very well that you can. Self-confidence is being in a point that you feel you're in control of your life. You feel there's nothing that defines you. You're not defined by the environment. You're not defined by the circumference of the people that are around you. You're not defined by maybe stature of people and all that. But you define your life. Yes, because there's no one who comes and like dictates what you should do. You know very well what in accordance to you as a person, what is expected of you, and you're confident about that. And there's no one who can come and like try to change you. Someone who can come and try to like mislead you and tell you, do you know what this and this? No, You know what is needed of you. You're confident about that. And in case someone comes to tell you otherwise, you can defend yourself. You can stand up for yourself. You know, there are people who, at all extents, they are never there to stand for themselves. You'll be abused. You'll be tarnished. You'll be like right, left, center, and I don't know where. And you just there. Hmm. Hmm. You know, I don't love chaos. You know, I don't love, I don't know what. You know, I don't love, I don't know what. Yes, you don't love all those. But the fact is, you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe that you can tell someone something in defense. You can defend yourself to someone, and that person maybe changes the perspective that they have according to and that person gets to change the perspective they have towards you. Because you know, we live in a world that people will always be looking for someone to take advantage. You're that person who will always be like, you're welcome to anything that comes to you. If they throw to you this, you're welcome. If they throw to you this, you're welcome. No. You have to be confident, mommy. My dear girl, my dear brother, my dear sister. You have to be confident in yourself. You have to stand up for yourself. You know, it's not at all times that maybe you'll have a friend, you'll have a sister, a brother, a colleague, a parent to stand up for you. To extent you have to learn to stand up on yourself. And this is something we even need to start teaching our children as young as they could be as per now. Start teaching that young girl and that young boy to stand up for themselves, not to fight back. You know, there's a way you can defend yourself in a manner of respect, and people will be like, yeah. It's not a matter of maybe even fighting back or abusing back and all that, but knowing to stand your ground and stand for yourself. You can protect yourself through speech. You know, there are some people who don't know to speak back. You told something, and all you do, you just there. At times, utter something with confidence. Said, you know what, as far as I'm concerned, I don't go to extents that someone can demean me to this extent. You have to respect me. You have to respect this, and this. And to this extent, this is beyond my territory. It's beyond my boundary. It's beyond what I can condone. You have to like speak up for yourself. You don't just take each and every trash that's thrown to you. We have to learn to speak for ourselves. You have to be confident. And maybe what are the key aspects when it comes to self-confidence? And foremost, it's believing in our abilities. You see that thing that you're able to do, that thing that you have set out that you can do, believe that you can. You see that like goal you have set, and you believe within yourself that you can. Nothing should push you back. Nothing should discourage you. Believe and just head it. Face it head on. Believe in your abilities, if at all in accordance to how you like weigh your capabilities, how you weigh your strengths and weaknesses. You're so certain that this thing you are able. Start by it. Believe that you are able and walk by it. Something else is realistic expectations. Have expectations that are real. Don't sit by and like expect too much, and maybe don't also undermine yourself so low. Have realistic expectations. Set goals that are attainable. Look forward unto things that are attainable. Don't be so extravagant in extent that maybe you're not to that level as per then. Everything that you're looking up to, have things that you feel according to the attainable. By this, in one or another, you not feel discouraged in any way. You don't feel like you are getting intimidated. You don't feel like you getting disappointed with yourself. So in all aspects, set realistic goals. I used to see, even when we were in school, when we were being asked like maybe in the next term, what grade are you aspiring to have? You had to like look, the previous term I had this and this. The other term I had this and this and this. There's no way you can be consecutively. You have been attaining C plus, and now you're telling us that in the coming term you'll get an A. Never happens like that. The same way in life. Maybe you're in business. You have been having a profit of maybe, I don't know, maybe 3,000 of 300,000 in a month. In the previous month, that has been your average 300, 400. And now you're expecting that in the coming 2 months, you'll be able to attain maybe a profit of 100,000, 100 million. No, have goals that are attainable. And by this, you'll always be having minimal expectations. You'll always be having realistic expectation. And this is something that will build your self-confidence because you never feel overcharged. You are always in your means. Another aspect of self-confidence is just having, it's having a positive outlook of yourself. You wake up every morning and what you see in your life is positivity. Be positive when it comes to you. You may hear things here outside, but be positive. It's not that 100% of everyone you get to meet, they will be so positive about you. And some will show you, some will tell you. But choose to be positive, whatever comes may. Whatever you hear, it should not like determine what you believe within yourself. Positive outlook on how you look at yourself. In relation to your weaknesses, in relation to your strengths, be positive. Yes, these things, they start from ourselves. You know, I wanted to have achieved, I don't know what and what, but I haven't. I have to be positive about myself. You know, at times, we worry ourselves too much of things at times we can never change. Yes, things happened as they happened. Positivity. Yes, wake up and dress positivity. Whatever comes may, at times you may try something, it fails. Be positive that you try again and it will work. You in your workplace, at times everyone just keeps on telling you, you know what, I don't know whether you'll ever fit in this workplace, I don't know whether you'll ever catch up, I don't know. Yes, they will say all that, but stand up, be confident, believe in yourself, be positive that a time will come that this and this and this will no longer be an issue to me, will no longer be a challenge, and I will overcome all this. Yes, this life, you have to be positive about yourself. When people are losing hope on you, don't be that trist. When people are getting like to see you like just but nothing, don't be that trist. So that is another aspect of self-confidence. Something else is assertiveness. And maybe what we mean by assertiveness is like it's communicating your opinions or maybe even your ideas clearly and confidently. Yeah, you have to be assertive. You're not like saying and you're like, what will so and so think about? What will so and so think about? No. You're confident with whatever you're saying, you clear to your point. You know, when you go to a place, at times you like mark your boundaries and you just stand by it. And everyone who is there will be like, yes, this is Leah, and when it comes to this and this, she doesn't love this and this and this, and this is how you should handle her. You like point out whatever you want clearly and confidently. That's what we mean by being assertive. Yes, you stand by you make your points clear, and you're confident about that. That even whoever is listening, they're like, for sure, this is what she wants, this is what she doesn't want. It's not a point of like being there. You know, if that's what you guys want, if that's what you do here, you know, if no, when it comes to you, be assertive, stand confidently by what you believe. According to me, I do my things this way, and this is what I want my things done. And when it comes to this is a no for me, and this is a yes for me. Yes, this is where self-confidence comes in. Learning to be assertive at all times. Yes, even to family members, even to those aunties, even to your employees, even to your employer. Yes, be assertive. Let them know. Let them know that when it comes to this and this, It's a no and it's a yes. Yes, this will build your self-confidence. And maybe last but not least, it's your ability to handle criticism. You will always be criticized. You will always be criticized here outside. Let's say in a day, the 10 people you get to meet, maybe even on average, 5, they don't like you, they like nothing about you, and they're always negative about you. And there's nothing you can do about that. Hawakupendi, and there's nothing good they see in you. And that's for a fact. And there's nothing you can change. So in one or another, they will always be criticizing what you're doing. They will always be hating what you're doing. They will always be seeing whatever you're doing is bad. So how do you handle such kind of people? Because some of them are in your family setup. They're your cousins, they're your aunties, they're your siblings. Some of them, they're your colleagues at work. Some of them, they're your neighbors where you live. What will you do? You have to learn to live with criticism. You have to learn on how to handle criticism. You have to stand in a manner that criticism never changes you. You tell me that this, and this, it doesn't change anything. According to how I value myself, according to how I see myself. You tell me even if you try doing what, you never make it in this kind of area and all that. That's you. You have to train ourselves not to be putting these things in our minds, in our hearts. It's that extent of you hear it from this ear and it gets out from the other. Your ability to handle criticism, it tells on how confident you are about yourself. You have to learn to handle criticism in a manner that it never affects you in one way or another. And maybe, how now can we build self-confidence? Because for a fact, self-confidence is very key, it's very important, it's very needed of us. Yes. How can we build self-confidence? You're there, maybe you feel you're not confident. Now, how can you try to build up your self-confidence? First and foremost, it's by recognizing your strengths. Yes. Get to know the points where, when it comes to this thing, you'll outshine. Yes. People have to congratulate you. People have to applaud you because you're the best in it. Look for things that you know in one or another that they're your strong points. You know, there's some people who are good at addressing. There's some people who are good at making speeches. That when you're given an opportunity of making a speech somewhere, how they articulate words, how they get to communicate, they're just baratic. And by speaking that, you'll be like, everyone will be clapping at you, everyone will be applauding you. And imagine that one will raise something in your confidence. So whatever you're good at, maybe you're good at business. You know very well that you're one person who is a very, very good manager. You can really do this, and this, and your business can really get to point of everyone have to notice it. Do it. Everyone will be like, have you seen so and so? Have you seen how good they're doing? People will be like applauding you. Look for places where people will applaud you. And this, you can only get it in things that you're strong about. So first and foremost, get to identify your strengths and like do them more. Have emphasis on them. And by this, you'll be feeling highly of yourself because you'll never be going wrong in them. So whatever you feel you're strong in, do it. Something else that can build our confidence is it's building positive relationships. Surround yourselves with positive people. Let the people who you call my inner circle be people who like love seeing the better part of you. People who like are always there to applaud you, to encourage you, to see you there up. Not people who are like putting you back, people who are like demeaning you. Surround yourself with people who are like always want to see the best in you. They'll always be correcting you, always be challenging you, always be like, you can do it, you can make it. Try again, do it better. This time loud, try this and this. These are the best people you should surround yourself with. These are people who will help you believe in yourself, because all they see in you is positivity. All they see in you is success. All they see in you is you doing better than you did last time. So surround yourself with people who are positive in life. Something else that is very key is always be kind to yourself. Avoid self-criticism. You know, there are people, they will always be like, do you know I don't love this about myself? Do you know I wish I was this, and this? You know, I wish I was like so and so. Do you know if I was this, and this, I would be this, and this? Don't be the first person to criticize yourself. Be kind to yourself. Don't be so harsh on yourself that if you try something and it fails, you like blaming yourself, you cannot forgive yourself, you are every time, why did I start this? I wish I knew, and all that. No, don't be so harsh on yourself. Be kind to yourself. The kind of kindness you would wish people to give you here out, be the first one to give yourself that. Don't be so harsh on yourself. Don't blame yourself too much. Don't beat yourself too much. If you don't attain it, it doesn't mean that when you try again, you won't attain. Give it a second shot. You can do better. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Be kind, be gentle when it comes to yourself. Yes. And something else, learn to be assertive. Learn to communicate clearly and confidently. Speak out your opinions, your ideas clearly. Don't be those people who are like, you never come out so well of what you want. Be clear. Articulate what you want to the point, to the letter. Yeah, don't leave out anything. Speak it all, communicate it all, let them know. Yes, and say it clearly with confidence. Learn to be assertive. This is one thing that will build your self-confidence, because people will respect you, they will respect your boundaries, they will respect your opinions. Yes. Something else that will help improve our self-confidence is trying new challenges. Keep on like challenging yourself. Don't be so comfortable in a certain place. Get out of your comfort zone. If at all I have achieved this, let me now aim higher. Let me take up another challenge. If I tried this and I achieved it, let me now give myself a new challenge that I'll look up to achieving. This keeps on raising your confidence day by day. Don't be so comfortable wherever you are at, irrespective of whichever part of life. May it be family, may it be career, may it be business, may it be employment, may it be in school. Yes, don't be so comfortable. When you know you have achieved something, know it's a time of setting another challenge, another challenge. And by this, you keep on going higher, 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 and this will raise your confidence. So don't be so okay just because you attained something, just because maybe you succeeded in something, just because maybe you are number one. Post another challenge so that you can strive to becoming number one again. It will build up your confidence. Something else is acquire competence. Get to know more. Don't be like, in each and every area that you're interested in, if you have a passion about something, gather knowledge, wisdom concerning the same. If it's reading books, it's gathering information in social media and all other places. Get to know, be competent enough that people will not be outshining you just because you don't know. Yes, have a know-how. If at all, my aspiration is to conquer in a certain area, let me be on the lookout on getting the new ideas that are developing. Let me be like what other people who have succeeded in this area have done. Have some knowledge, have some information. Don't be like so okay. You want to be succeeding in a certain area, but you never sit to gather information. Gather information, get to know. Get to know. By this, you will find yourself that you're not challenged anyhow because you have the know-how. And this will give you confidence. Because in one or another, you'll be finding yourself that in the gathering, in the midst of all of you, you always realize that you are a step ahead of the others. And this will give you confidence. Yes, so be competent. And something else that can build our self-confidence is visualizing success. Anytime you're seated, always visualize yourself succeeding. Always see yourself up there. Yes. See yourself winning. See yourself attaining. See yourself succeeding. Always sit and visualize success. It doesn't matter whoever is ahead of you. It doesn't matter whoever you are competing with. But always visualize yourself succeeding. This one will always be making you walk shoulders high. Because you're like, you never see yourself as a failure. Yes. It doesn't matter whatever people might see you as, but you believe in yourself. You always see success. You know, by the imagination of you succeeding, you'll actualize it. Because you don't know, or you have never imagined on how it might feel being a loser or being a failure. Whatever is in your mind is just success. So success will always come your way because that is all that surrounds you. When you wake up, you see success. When you think success. When you look around, you see success. That is what will follow you. And this will give you confidence because you're like, I'm a successor. I'll succeed in this. It will give you confidence. And something else, focus on the positive. Do you know that accomplishment that you did? Do you know that thing that you really conquered in and you really gave it your best and it came out so well and everyone was like, yes, you did it. Oh, focus on such things. Those are the things that you should always be like lingering in your mind. Don't be like focusing on those things that you failed or those things you didn't do well or that thing you did and maybe people were like, oh, how could you have done that? No, focus on positivity. Yes, focus on your wins. You know that time you were really congratulated, everyone was clapping at you because you're the best. That time even your boss was like, you did it. That time you were even given a trophy because of maybe being the best at work, or maybe that time you had a project and you just gave your best and you were recognized, I don't know by who and who. Those are the things you should always be focusing on. Stop with the things you're failed at. Don't focus so much on fame. Focus on those things you have accomplished, those things that you really succeeded on. And this thing will give you confidence because you always be seeing yourself that even in my next thing, I'm accomplishing it. Even in my next thing, I'm doing it. Yes, focus on your most happy moments, those times that you really did something and you were really happy about yourself. Those are the things you should focus on. And maybe last but not least, always forgive yourself. Yes, we all make mistakes. And in one instance or another, you'll always be asking someone to forgive you because maybe you wronged them. So don't be so harsh on yourself. Always forgive yourself. If you did something and in one way or another you feel completely you're not happy about it, forgive yourself. Be there to forgive yourself. And you know, by forgiving yourself, you forget. But when you stand there, you fail to forgive yourself, it will always be lingering in your mind. How you failed, how you didn't do right and all that. But when you learn to forgive yourself, when you learn to like learn from your mistakes and let the bygones be the bygones and you like focus on what next, you feel yourself a winner because you've forgotten those things that maybe you could have done and they made you maybe not succeed and all that. So always remember to forgive yourself. It's done, it's done. What next? That's all should be in our minds. And my greatest desire is that we all learn to stand by ourselves. We all learn to be confident. You know, confidence is needed all over. You know, I always say that I'm one person who will always be speaking about marriage and what have you. And I always imagine being a wife, being a husband who is confident about herself. One thing, you stand up at your position as a wife, as a husband, because you're confident of what you want. You're confident of your space as a husband or as a wife. And by this, you end up bringing up children who are confident. Because Yourself, you're confident. You articulate things, you speak out, you're not there. Your husband is mistreating you, your wife is behaving, I don't know how, they are cheating, they are not standing up to their laws, but you're just there. Just because you I don't know, you want peace, I don't know. No, there's a way you become so assertive in a manner that you are respectful and you speak out your things out. You will air your issues out. You will not die with things within you. And by this, we stand up to bring a generation that is confident. So we must learn to stand on our ground, even in our workplaces. Yes, no one should take advantage of you. Let other staffs not be there taking advantage of you because they know you don't stand out on what you want. You don't define well of who you are. Yes, people will be taking advantage of you. People will be taking advantage of you just because you don't know who you are, you don't stand for yourself, you're not confident, you don't speak. I actually really hate at times people who are like, you don't speak, you just there. Imagine an example, you're in a market. There are those places where trash is usually thrown in a marketplace. And you go eat a mango and there's a part that is rotten, you throw it somewhere. You go eat a banana and the peelings of the bananas, you throw them somewhere. You go, maybe you were buying some tomatoes and there's one that was rotten, you throw it somewhere. You can imagine everyone in the market, they are throwing trash somewhere. And you're that kind of person who you just accept anything that comes your way. They'll always be throwing those trash on you. And you just there like that trash somewhere in the market where everything comes and it just receives. Rotten, peelings, leftovers, it just receives. No. Imagine you have to speak. My dear brother, my dear sister, you have to speak for yourself. You're in that marriage where your husband never allows you even to air out what you want. No, imagine you have to stand on your ground as a wife, as a husband. Speak out. Speak out. That's the only way you'll be able to raise children who are strong and who are confident. It has to start with you. At times you're hearing stories here of women, hey, especially this goes a lot to women. You hear women narrate on how she used to be treated and how she used to live in her marriage, and you're like, you yourself, are you okay? You are an adult. Who told you just because I don't know you're someone's wife, I don't know you become a slave, or I don't know you become a pet, that you should be controlled, this and this? No. You have your own ground. I was also hear even of men. I have heard of stories of men also that the wife is the one who determines that home. There are homes where men have no say. You're the man, but you never have a say in that family. You never have a say in that home. Just because you don't want to study crowd. Just because I don't know, when I speak, chaos will erupt. When I speak, I don't know. No. Be confident. Be assertive. Yes. Say, as far as I'm the husband of this house, this and this will not be happening and this will be happening. Stand your ground in respect and in confidence. So let's stop these things of, there are people who will always be crying. You are in a place somewhere and you always see someone crying. And why are you crying? I don't know. My boss have told me this, have told me this. I don't know. My work, my colleagues, they have been saying this about me. And you are there crying. Oh, it keeps me wondering. You crying now. Speak. Yeah, speak. We have to learn to speak. We have to learn to be confident. Yes. Confidence. It beats around all aspects of life. And for you to be success, and for you to succeed, and for you to be up there, you have to learn confidence. Yes. This thing of fearing, I don't know what you're fearing. I don't know who you're fearing. Who are you fearing, by the way? What are you fearing? We have to let this thing go. And we have to stand by ourselves. And it was just that for today. And until next time, bye bye. Love you.